Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Start the drive, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On second down, here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Wilson on the hook up to Davis. First down, Jets.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now it's Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack on first down, Wilson able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Throwing on second and long. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Tackle on that play by Quentin Williams.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And they're going option play on third down.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a fourth down.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now Wilson on first down.
That pass complete to Moore.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. On second down, a run with Hall.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner. and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. John Franklin Myers. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Here we go. Set.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Jets at 3-7 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Uzomah. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah from 13 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Montgomery. Finding room at midfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a first down throw, Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 60. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Berrios. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Completes it to Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat for a first down. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On first down, Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 4 yards remain for second down.
Wilson will throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. To throw is Wilson. That he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein.
He made his first attempt, this from 45. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Here's Fields.
That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Fields now to throw.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to come onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping him for a loss.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd and 12, Fields connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
and it's intercepted in the end zone.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, R2SB Smith.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis.
Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown! Corey Davis, 74 yards.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Beckham. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Out of the gun, Fields. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Fields throwing again. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. Velus Jones, 64 yards. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all in? Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to the ground with Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
He's to the 10.
And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now it's Fields. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 11 yards for number 11. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
John Franklin Myers getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Bryce Hall. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Fields on first down. A slant to Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jetsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Wilson wants to throw it. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. Charles, for this losing side, they're ahead.